Shabbat Shalom everyone. Here I am live actually in London at the moment. I'm here for Shabbat and I'm going to it's very interesting. I've been here for quite a few good years, but nothing like bringing Israel into England, into London naturally, and speak some words of Torah to get into the Shabbat spirit. And with regards to Daf Yomi, it's an interesting one all about wigs in today's stuff. We are talking about page number 28 in Masechet Nazir, tractate Nazir respectively. So first of all, wigs, is it recommended in Judaism or not? We see a lot of ultra-Orthodox people or religious people that wear wigs all throughout. They wear it to cover their head naturally. Woman needs to cover their head. Some Rabbonim are against it and say that you should wear a different kind of head covering, especially Rabbi Ovadia Yosef and the Baba Sali and many different Hasidish and various Ashkenazic Rabbonim also will take that stance. So it's a whole topic in halacha with regards to it. And that is, but however, the Talmud today brings a source for it, whether it's allowed or not. We're talking about a Nazir, naturally a Nazirite, a woman who is Nazir and taking a status upon themselves. They have to also shave their head at a later stage, as is related inside the daily daf. So what's going on today? Is it respectable or not? Remember the wigs back in the days, it wasn't possibly as stylish as nowadays, which many of the Rabbonim maybe have a bigger issue within regards to that. So there's going to be a machloket within regards to, let's call it Shaitels, Peyad Nochrit. And within regards to Rabbi Meir and the Tana Kama in today's stuff. The Tana Kama takes the stance that wearing a wig within regards to the Nazirite, if a woman is doing it, within regards to, they don't want to be necessarily without a wig on, will seem that the wig, the Peyad Nochrit, for a woman to wear is okay. You know, it's however, Rabbi Meir would say there's a problem with a wig, especially back in those days. Unlike nowadays, it had like something called a zuhama, which was something that gets dirty naturally within regards to it. So that would be a problem potentially with it, and husband might not like it. And within regards to different things, it could get dirty in those days. Rashi is also going to point out that idea of zuhama in the Talmudic times. Remember, we're talking about 2,000 years ago. Sorry about the noise, just a London ambulance over here. Those times, the Shaitels were not good like it is nowadays. Nowadays, it's probably a different kind of material. Once again, some of the people say nowadays that the problem with Shaitels, paying off nowadays, it could have come from India, which may have had the sources of Avodah Zarah or something to that, which is also very, very important factor where people get the Shaitels from. But in those days, there was a problem where it got dirty. It wasn't like the quality of nowadays. Tosfot says that it could have been a lack of hygiene with regards to it. And many of the husbands back in those days, 2,000 years ago, in Talmudic times, would have objected the kind of, it wasn't a natural part of a woman's body when it got dirty, the hairs, because in those days it wasn't easy to clean as much or whatever it might have been. Then another commentator, the Me'eri, he would point out today in today's stuff, he claims that the word zuhama itself is going to refer to the fact that it couldn't have been brushed so well and combed well, and it had an unkept look with regards to it. Remember, once again, no one's advocating that it's got to be stylish or as attractive as it is nowadays, where many people will see it's a problem where other people might bring attention to the woman, and that could be halachically problematic with regards to Rabbi Ovadia Yosef's opinion. Also within regards to this, Rosh has an idea of a woman wearing someone else's hair might be objectionable against the husband's wishes also, because it's not naturally part of the woman herself within regards to it. And that's another interesting thing that's talked about the Nazirites, when the woman will take off their hair. So as I said before, you know, people nowadays, we're talking halacha l'maaseh, a lot of Rabbonim talk about it, they grapple about it. Rabbi Ovadia and Baba Sali especially, they are not necessarily so for. They speak in harsh terms with regards to the Shaitel. Some of them, many different Rabbonim say not necessarily to wear at Shaitel that claims so much attention also. And it's something that's a big topic. It's very interesting, and it's coming in today's daf. It's worth reading about it and everything else. And tzniut, obviously, naturally, is an important part of Judaism, the principles of Jewish life, both for men and women and men nowadays. See, I'll leave you some scenes here. I am in a place called Mill Hill, just Erev Shabbat, in England, in London, and there's nothing like it. We're bringing Israel, Eretz Israel, into London, soaking up the atmosphere over here, this place where I grew up, and guys, I leave you some scenes here, and Shabbat Shalom U'Brach. Have an awesome days. Awesome Shabbat, guys. Take care. Okay, bye.